We're going to talk about government control and democracy for a little minute or two, or maybe a lot of minutes, depending how much of a role I get on. Having a say in your society should be more than just one vote. Your one vote picks which side of a political strategy for control gets to stay in control in that particular part of the story, and they switch around from one side to the other, being as bad as they want, but it's okay because you can vote for the other side the next time. And then that side doesn't do a good job, but it's okay because people can vote for the other side again. And some people are happy about it and some people aren't. It's not good enough. If it's not making everybody happy and if it's not seeing real good change happen, then our government systems need to stop. Need to start working with us. Free people who are wise, with free, wise people to make decisions together. That is how we should govern. Each person should control only themselves. The very word government in its Latin roots means control minds. Now, that's the reality of what governments do. They feed you a story through the media to make you support them. Now, how much of that story do they say and do above our heads in complicated documents that it would be a full-time job to keep up with? And that's not real leadership. Real leadership, true good leadership, shares responsibility with everyone who's ready for it. And maybe they didn't have a vision for that. Maybe they're stuck in the past, in the old system, and they'd like to see something fairer happen. Or maybe they want to keep their old system in power. Now, I've come up against a lot of forces that try and hold people down when they try and evolve. One of those is the war on drugs. The war on drugs is a dangerous, dangerous war that if it stopped, drugs wouldn't be a problem anymore. You understand? The war on drugs is what is making drugs a problem. If drugs, and I'm talking about substances, chemical substances, plant-based substances, substances that people use to change their consciousness, that they use to change their energy field in their body. They might use substances to give them more energy. They might use them to make them feel happier. They might use them to give them strange out-of-body experiences. They might use them to connect more deeply with nature, like taking magic mushrooms does. Now, we as a society need to have wisdom about every substance that is used and have each substance be able to be found safely, not on street corners in the middle of the night, but found safely and supplied in a safely produced form, each and every substance. Now, you can't have the argument, well, they're not safe, it's not safe to have them legalized. The whole statistics, I don't have the full numbers at the top of my head, but the amount of people who have trouble from alcohol related problems in the UK and in America where it's legal is huge. You know, it's over like 500,000 American citizens a year having problems with alcohol related illness and death. Okay, and death. And that's per year, and that's a substance that they say is safe. Okay, now cannabis, you know, who knows anybody who's ever died from cannabis? The amount of cannabis you would have to take would be the amount that would suffocate you to kill you. Now, cannabis is actually a really helpful substance, and so are other substances too. We are conscious biological beings here who have been given these substances by other natural conscious beings developing them, or by nature producing something so beautiful as the cannabis plant. And to be told that we are breaking the law for utilizing these things is an absolute travesty. We should be supported with healthy and wise support for these products and these substances to be available for our development if we want to explore these other realms in consciousness and push ourselves through new boundaries, which is what taking good recreational drugs does for a person. It helps them to reach up into higher heights that also have deeper natural foundations. And that's how I got to a point where my mind opened beyond the small box that it used to be at. And I don't like to see anybody stuck in a small box, and one of those vast limits is money. Now, the government controls the money. Okay, I believe everyone should control the money. Government controls the law, with the Queen having a say in that. I believe everyone should control the law. Absolutely everyone. And we should be talking sense about it. The law should not be complicated, deep volumes of textbooks that you need a degree to understand. No, the law should be very plain and simple. Very plain and simple. Very plain and simple. I can talk about a lot of subjects and say where we have been going wrong. Prison service, mental health treatment, addiction, treating cancer, where we have been going wrong in the United Kingdom, where we have been making vast mistakes that have been costing lives, and where things really need to change. But one of them is for us to stop accepting that government is necessary. Government is not necessary. If we've got government, we have people controlling the standards of our life instead of us controlling the standards of our life. Who do you want to control your future? Do you want to control your own future, or do you want it to be controlled for you? The government controls the standard. You want the future to be better, you need to take control of your life. Stop letting them tell you what's right and wrong. Stop letting their bias, propaganda, opinions that is potentially littered with lies. Stop letting them have a say on what your judgment is. Judge things for yourself based on how you really feel about them. And get angry if you need to get angry, but stay calm too. Have righteous anger. Have calm, controlled, and well-directed anger. You want to see what I'm like when I'm angry? Oh, I can string an angry sentence together. Oh, yes. And that's because I'm a peacekeeper. But I also am someone who cares very deeply and has a lot of things that have made me very angry to see in this world. And so, I just ask each and every one of you to think for yourselves, to stop letting the government control how you think, and pay attention to how much money is controlling your choice as well. Pay attention to how much money has a say on your freedom, and ask yourself, is that really good enough? And is that a good enough system for our children to be born into? Is that a good enough system for us to really keep? Now, I'll put up more videos about space age level evolution that we're going through at this whole point during our unity. How much you are in support of this space age happening determines how soon it will happen. And this space age will give us freedom from money. It'll give us matter materialization from the space. It'll give us free transport and homes in the form of spaceships. And it'll do all sorts of amazing things, including teleportation and time travel. And will free us from money. But we need to dream for this. We need to dream together. We need to unite and form this age together in agreement on how this is all going to work. And a lot of preliminary work has gone into this. I've been writing about this technology for over 10 years, and other musicians and such have been singing for it and singing about it for decades and decades and decades too. And we are achieving this in this lifetime for sure, okay? And that will help free us from money. But from now, we need help to free us from government control and get to a point where the people control the people, okay? Let's get the people controlling the people, not some of those people over there controlling all of the people over here. Okay? Get all the people together, and we control what affects us. Anything that affects our whole world controls it. Okay? That's going to be the rule. And that is the rule. And we can start this now if you get on board now. Alright. Thank you so much. Love and hugs.